Puro Chicano Eater. What's up, you guys? Let me go over here in my bunker. Oh, up here in my bed. I have to sleep up here in this the top bed over here. Oh, all right. I have to sleep up here. Somebody's trying to come in. They think I'm down there. I'm actually up here. You never know, man. I live right here in the hood, man. Right here in the barrio. Yeah, I know, man. I look jacked up, man. I've been just I just been having a lot of crazy sleeping patterns, and it's been quite crazy, man. I haven't been able to sleep much. You know, can't even sleep. Sleeping around 6, 7 in the freaking morning. Like a bat or something, man, dude. It's not fun. Well, anyways, we're just getting started, man. So we're just gonna wait on whoever's gonna show up tonight. Welcome to the Brown and Chicano Podcast. Shout out to Johnny Hash Brown, to my buddy, my brother from another mother. What's up, brother? Slap City News. Hey, I heard you were eating tacos de perro. They said they were pretty good. The dog, what you call it? Dog tacos or something, eh? I know we're just joking around, dude. Yeah. Hey, man, you're still young. Well, thank you. Well, I'm already in my mid-40s, so it's like, and then plus I just kind of shaved, so just kind of. Well, I still don't even grow anything, to be honest with you. I kind of don't grow anything right here in the sides. It's like, and then I kid you not, but I was like, I was in mid-20s, my late 20s, not until my early 30s. I started barely getting like little pelitos, like, I don't know who you guys know who Cantiflas is. I was getting little, a little thing like 2, 3 years right here, and that was about it. But I was always clean shaven for most of my young adult life at that point. But yeah, thanks so much. Well, you're welcome here, man. Anybody that wants to join us, you want to tell us about your story, want to talk to us, because originally that's what this podcast is all about. Me and Johnny Hash Brown, we made this project, obviously inspired by Slap City TV. He calls himself, I don't know what he calls himself today, in electainment or something like that. Carlos from Slap City TV. Shout out to you, brother. I love you too, man. Hey, I know that you guys are gonna get a sort of a direct hit from that freaking uh, hurricane, that they're saying that's coming up. My prayers go to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys, everybody over there, all my family that's actually getting hit too over there in Michoacán. Cuídense, Dios está con ustedes, estamos orando por ustedes, because I got a lot of family in Mexico, and yeah, and so yeah, anybody's wants to come down here, you guys are more than welcome you guys are more than welcome to show up, and be here. The link is right there below. I should be able to put let me see if the link should be somewhere around here. I think I already posted it. Yeah, the link's there. If anybody wants to come in, the link's there, right below. So we're just getting started right now. So the podcast doesn't really gonna officially it should officially start around 8 p.m. So it's kind of ain't nobody here yet, but we're we're uh we're waiting for the Lord Creedon. So or you can correct me, Lord Crichton. I heard some people say Crichton, or Creedon. That's how I see it, and that's how I read it. Lord Creedon, shout out to you, brother. If you're out there, we're waiting for you. I know that you You got some stuff going on too, just like all of us do. We all got a life, you know. I got my kids, their fools are over there in the living room. You know, good thing that I have I have support from my grandma, stuff like that. And I don't know what I would do without her, especially all the craziness that I've been going through, man, or rather I put myself through, you know. Just been a lot of things, man, that I've been trying to keep you guys posted. The kind of things that I had put myself through, and the things that not really supposed to be going through, you know, but I'm doing them, and I'm like, it's just completely unnecessary, man. And you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, like they say, eh? But but yeah, yeah, it can be, you know, but you know what? You don't learn nothing from success, they say, eh? You know, I was listening to some people don't even like him, Carl uh, Tucker Carlson. You know, he's talking about it. It's real true, man. You know, it's true. And I've actually known this already too. I mean, I knew this already. You know, it's actually true with Carl Tucker Carlson was saying. You know, you don't learn anything from success, man. People that are successful and all that stuff, they don't learn anything. You learn from the things that really get you down, where you're the bad experiences is where really what forges you. You know, so how do you forge anything? How do you get anything strong? Or how do you become that? You know, you gotta. It's like a sword. How do you make a sword hard? You know, strong, hard. Uh, Damascus. You know, steel. How do you make Damascus steel? You know, you gotta put it through the fire. The same thing with us, man. You gotta put ourselves in the fire. You don't put yourself in the fire, man, or you don't run through the fire, or if you've never been in through the fire, you know that you're not gonna be that. You know, you're gonna not gonna be forged into that individual. Not gonna be as strong as you could be. You know, that's why fighters and boxers, you know, are as strong as they are, especially mentally. You know, because they got to go through that grind. How do you prepare yourself to fight? How do you prepare yourself to you got to go to a training camp, right? Especially when you have this title fight, for example, a professional fighter, even the amateurs, for example. Just like me, I was an amateur fighter, amateur boxer. Um, how do you prepare yourself, man? You got to go in there. You got to get your butt kicked by some other fools. You know, at the beginning, you get your butt kicked, man, and you're gonna find out right then and there if you're made for it or not, if you got heart for it or not. Most fools get their ass kicked the first day, man, never come back. And I've seen a lot of that, and I kicked a lot of them fools' asses too. I had, well, you know, you have a lot of fun at sometimes when you do that kind of stuff, eh? But then you get humbled. Eventually, you're gonna get humbled. You know, they're gonna give you a piece of humble pie if you start enjoying stuff like that. You enjoy kicking other people's asses in certain ways. You know, like in a bully way. Um, then I started getting myself rolled up, eh? They started rolling me up and smoking me like a blunt, and and that wasn't fun, dude. But you know, I kept coming back. I kept working harder. You know, my gym was close to Dodger Stadium. It was an old gym, like an old prison. Uh, did I say an old gym? I meant the old prison. It turned into a gym. They still had the jail cells in there and everything. That's how we used to everybody go in there and change, you know, and some of the cells, and some of them fools had their own cells and their offices were in there, like some of the trainers. The jail cell, you know, with the bars and everything was they will make movies in there. And they've actually made a couple movies right there too. Like that movie South Central, when them fools are working out when that fool's in jail and they beat the hell out of them. Some of his crip buddies over there, and the fools are lifting weights. You can see in the background, you can see the hill where uh, Chavez Ravine, which is Dodger Stadium, the hill. You can see it in the background. You can see it there in the roof, working out right there. That was actually the roof of the gym, which was off limits to us. But it was like about 7 stories or 8, I don't remember. But I used to run those stories. I know that the gym was in the 5th floor because that's where we used to go. You know, the rest of the floors upstairs were off limits for everyone else. But Yeah, so we're here. Oh, wait a minute. I think we got somebody. We got a guest. Mr. Lord Greenan. What's up? There he is. We've been waiting there for a long time already, man. I'm so sorry, man.
Hey, no. Thank you for inviting me. Check it out, man. I'm doing this thing.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm
Some
trying
hot
it.
Cheetos.
It's some weird, like, fiery. It's cream cheese with a hot dog in it.
Is that right?
Hey.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, your Lord. Man, they're still not getting back to me about the clutch, man. They're all confused. Do you know I got this car? Like, everything is with the clutch. It's all hooked into this clutch. The electronics, the computer. And so they called and they were like, they don't know what to do. You ever have a car like that where they're just like, we don't know. We told you not to buy it.
So these guys are baffled and they have no clue what the heck they're doing.
Yeah,
oh,
well, they're supposed to. There's like this machine that you can plug in. That's why I got the car. It's got like a black box, so they could tell exactly what's wrong. But they told me
it's a scanner.
They didn't want to pay for it because I'm the only car in town that uses this thing. So they're like, we're not going to pay for it. So I said, well, let me get it and I'll use it on my own, because you can like check it on your phone, all this stuff. You can like arrange the idling and all this really cool stuff. And they're like, well, if you do that, your warranty gets annulled. So I'm stuck with being like, all right, whatever you guys do for the but that's why I'm not in Los Angeles. Sorry, dude.
Yeah. Well,
but maybe after they fix it.
Yeah, that would have. I wish. Well, yeah, man. I wish you would have been. I wish you would have been close by, or I could have been close by. Or I would have had my license or something. I would have gone down there. I would have checked out your car, man. I'm sure I would have fixed it. I got the scanners. I got all that stuff, man. I'm fully equipped, man. I went to school for that stuff. I had about 6 months left in LA Trade Tech College. My dad was a mechanic for over 50 years. I've done it for over 20. And I've done my share of clutches and stuff like that, man. But, you know, the seizures, man, they took my license, man. I'm still haven't been able to get it back. And I need to fight. I need to fight to get it back. But I still been suffering from crazy seizures, man. And it's just,
how's your back?
I just been,
You were telling me you got something with your back, right?
Yeah, the doctors couldn't even tell me, man. It was just like sort of like a neurological issues that I've had. I think I've been having neurological issues, I think, for some time. Because there's times where I get these little twitches where I've had them since I was younger, but now since I'm older now, I'm already 42. You'll be like, it's like electrical shocks. It's like I'll be laying down and I'll be like, like some crazy stuff, like something go on. Like I feel like I'm short circuiting sometimes, and when I started having those seizures, it's like I'm short circuiting. Like my mom was telling me that I'll just be like just be like just twitching. I'll be twitching and I'll lose my mind. And then plus they said something about my left ventricle. I have one like a prolapse valve in my left ventricle, my heart. That the blue blood and the red blood mixes together. And which is the oxygen blood and the one that without the oxygen. And so sometimes there's lack of oxygen into my brain, so it short circuits because either my pressure goes up or my heart's pumping too fast or something, and my brain can't keep up. Well, there's not enough oxygen going up there, and so I just short circuit, and I'll just start having a seizure.
Whoa!
And it started as soon as I stopped using drugs, man. As soon as I stopped using coke, and as soon as I stopped using drinking, that stuff started happening to me, eh?
Shit starts happening.
That's what's crazy,
same, man. I was doing everything. There was no problem. People said, you're going to see. It's going to catch up with you. And I'm like, nah. And then one day I'm like, all right, I'm going to quit everything. And then I'm going, what the hell's going on here? I feel all old and stuff. And they're like, yeah, that's what happens. So we got to cut down slowly, right? All that stuff.
Yeah, I did.
So
I think
where's
I
Carlos?
I
Carlos
smoked a lot of coke, man.
wrote this thing. He wrote, ha ha ha. Did he not believe we were going to do this?
I'm sorry. Okay, kind of breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, Carlos said he was going to be here. And he left you this message.
Yeah, I started telling I started sending a message to everyone like on the I made a couple posts saying that we're gonna start around 7:30 was just gonna be like like a kind of like a pregame type thing, and then
Right on.
the official time is gonna be 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock is the official time that wanted to get everything started.
All right.
So
we got some time.
I'm sorry.
Too?
Oh, you're still kind of breaking up a little bit. I think something's going on. Like you're just going like. Toot, 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 toot. I don't know if it's from my side or.
Yeah, I'm in a dead zone, so maybe I'll turn this off, and then when I walk up to the end of the street, I'll start it again, and it should work.
Okay, you're good right there. You sound good right there. I think it's a background. I hear cars passing through like this, and I think it's causing something to short circuit something. Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
That's yeah. They're doing some sort of rap thing here. That's my daughter's school, where she graduated from. That's my third swatting. Do you know I got swatted 5 times, right?
I'm sorry?
Swatted, you know, when they
oh yeah,
they come
yeah,
over to
yeah.
the house.
Yeah, so tell us, man, what's been going on? I mean, I got that letter, I saw your video, and I was seeing that that they're trying to say that you were gonna be mass shooting or something like that, and people are afraid, considering you some kind of crazy terrorist and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
oh my gosh, man, they got you branded, and I don't know what.
Active shooter, and I was like, go ahead. And for two times they went through the house looking for it. And that was a badass motorcycle. Yeah, and they didn't find anything. And I was like, you guys want to check my car? Because that's where I'd be hiding everything, officers. And they were like, no. So they don't know about all those weapons of destruction that I've got. I'm going to get home right now. After this, you're going to see. They're going to be there. They're going to be like, dude, you didn't tell us about all this. Your gang ties. It might be you, dude. They might think I got gang ties with you. Uh-oh.
There you go. Because I heard you've been hanging around with that pinche Chicano from LA over there, from South Central Watts.
That's what happens. I'm all for it.
Crazy.
You know that. The Latinos are going to take over the world. You know
that. Well, they better do something good with it, man. Not be messing around, because a lot of us, did come over here to try to make a better life, for the future generations.
Yeah. No, I mean, I totally relate to that. That's why I'm surprised that that's the kind of thing I was getting after, like, my channel's all about being like cool with everybody and not bothering anyone.
Yeah.
Somehow, but it's a Slab City thing. It's someone who's not living in Slab City, but they're assuming that they are.
Yeah.
And anyways, I think it's going to turn around. It's going to bite them on the ass, because the cops are fed up. They're like, dude, we can't keep doing this. And then my friends, my neighbors, they're all proud of me. They're all like, dude, do you want to see what a real swatting is like? And they showed me all this like Twitch action where there's like gamers. The gamers get mad at each other over Minecraft or something, right? Like somebody pushed somebody's wall over or something, and they're like, I'm going to get you. And then suddenly it's like they got SWAT action behind them. And I want to tell the kids nowadays, they think those gaming chairs are cool. Doesn't matter how expensive your gaming chair is, children, it doesn't stop the bullets from the sheriffs. So, I don't know. Maybe they got to get some special, things around their heads and stuff to protect them, from the real world.
I think they just got to get. I think they just got to get a better philosophy, man, of life, man, a better ideology. Because right now, all this programming that's going on with all these games and all this stuff, all this programming with all these kids, man, they're just like they're not even thinking straight no more, man. None of the other stuff's important for them anymore. What's important is not important for them anymore.
Yeah.
And what's not important is just like, dude, you gotta, when everybody comes around here, you gotta get yourself a lot. Well, you really don't have to go to high school or pinche college, man, to be an entrepreneur and to make millions of dollars, because most of the people that have actually made the millions never even went to college, man. A lot of people really don't know that.
Yeah.
But that's what they program. They're programming that to us, so that they can get these student loans, and then then you get in debt, and then they tell you that you got to work, you got to do this, you got to do this for the rest of your life. And it's unfortunate, put yourself in this loop where they want you in this loop. And so yeah, it's like for example with me,
yeah,
I never thought I could make a lot. I didn't think I could make a lot of money with cryptocurrency, man. And I managed to make something with the cryptocurrency when it came out, And,
did you say crypto with cryptocurrency?
Yeah, crypto. Yeah.
Whoa, tell me about that, because that always sounds suspicious to me, that crypto. You can really make some money.
Oh yeah, dude. You could. And right now, this is the very beginning right now. So right now, if you got anything stored right now, man, right now, the time right now is right now to buy some cryptocurrency right now, because it's going to start blowing up, since right now that you have the government right now that's has this thing that's called a CBDC, which is the digital dollar that's going to come around, where they're going to be able to track your money, whatever money you got. They're going to be recalling the dollar, so they're going to get rid of the physical dollar. And this is already upgoing. This has already been signed into Congress and everything. This is coming around somewhere around September now. So I think they're going to start recalling people's money somewhere around August. Some of the experts are saying somewhere around August the 20-something, the 23rd, I think. It was this is one filthy rich guy that was talking about this, eh? So when Bitcoin first started around, when I first got into it, I got into it somewhere around 2016, 2017. The Bitcoin was around $1,500. One Bitcoin, $1,500.
Whoa!
And so I managed to snatch about 6 or 8 of them at the time. I bought them around $2,200 each. 28, like 1800, like 1800 or 2200 or something like that, around that range. I think they ripped me off, but more the people that they got the money. I managed to get 8 Bitcoins. And so in a nutshell, right now, the Bitcoin right now.
Yeah.
So what the Bitcoin stands for right now, it's about $30,000 each. Whoa. So you do the math. If I had those 8 Bitcoins right now in my possession at $30,000 each, which is actually projected to go somewhere around maybe by the end of the year, maybe by next year, that Bitcoin right now is going to be somewhere around $100,000 each.
Wow.
You have Ethereum. Ethereum right now it's hovering somewhere around $1,700 to somewhere around 2,000, about 1,800. Under $2,000 is what it is. And Bitcoin, Ethereum is the 2 big ones. The 2 big cryptocurrencies that are like the biggest ones there are. Um, and those are the ones that you gotta try to snatch right now. If you got any kind of money, man, I would suggest for you to try to get some of those things right now because the government is gonna start tracking your money, and people are start gonna run. They're gonna start running. They're gonna start running and be like, I don't want the government to track my money. So what they're gonna start doing, they're gonna start buying a bunch of cryptocurrency because they're gonna accept those things in the stores, the digital money, which is what's the digital money? The cryptocurrencies is digital money. The Bitcoin, the Ethereum is this digital money. So they're gonna start accepting those things because Bitcoin and Ethereum is not gonna go anywhere. All it's gonna do is just gonna go a lot more up. And especially we got AI right now, the
Yeah.
AI, the artificial intelligence coming around. It's the money's gone, man. The over there in Europe, um, they're already phasing it out. You know, they're phasing out the some part of the euros, like the smaller denominations. They're getting rid of them, man. Um,
Are they still
and that's what they're
using?
doing.
Are they still using the euro?
Yeah, but they're already phasing it out. They're getting rid of the physical money. They're getting rid of it. That's why a lot of people would rather buy gold and silver. You know, gold and silver is another thing. Gold and silver, man. You start stacking up on some silver. Right now, that's cheap. Right now, silver is still cheap. It's still under $30, $25, I think so right now. 25 dollars an ounce. Gold has been having sort of a rally because I think it's a little bit above $2,000 now. Um,
Yeah.
I bought me some gold. I bought me some gold, a couple ounces. I think when it was like around $1,200, and I bought me some silver when it was like around $15 an ounce. So
I hear that's the
I
way to
got it
go.
stashed right there.
Yeah, I hear.
And people like, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody you got money stashed ready. Don't tell nobody that you got stashed. Like, yeah, well, come on over here, fool. See how it's gonna go with you, man. You know, see if you're gonna make it out of here. I got my revolver right here next to me, plus grandma with a shotgun. So you're
You're
not gonna be
set,
able to
man.
get in here.
Yeah. And crypto, how they can even get it? Isn't that like they'd have to tear off your finger or something, right? Because crypto,
Yeah, so it's cryptocurrency, man.
you can't touch crypto,
Cryptocurrency,
right?
it's actually
Yeah.
yeah, because it's not physical money. It's not physical. So it's you cannot touch it. You could only see it. Like you have it on your you have it like on a like on a it's like a central it's like a what you call it. It's like a sort of like a central bank, but it's like in a digital way. It's like where something where it's like centralized. It's hard to explain, but it's like where no one can touch it but you yourself. So you get a hold of that kind of that amount of digital coin. It has like a unique numeration where only you know you have the code for it, and only you can touch it, and only you can you'll have access to it, and you can get money off of it. So you could turn that into money. Like let's say that's why a lot of people they cashed in, man, when the Bitcoin went all the way to like $67,000
Yeah.
each Bitcoin. A lot of people became rich, man. They became rich, rich, rich. You know, I couldn't touch my Bitcoin, man. Right now, I'm still locked out of my account, dude. My cryptocurrency account. Um, I bought a bunch of Litecoin. There's this thing called Litecoin. The Litecoin was like around $5.
Yeah.
So I bought like I bought like 100 or I don't know how many, like 100 or something pinche coins. And right now it's hovering around $97, $98, I think each. So I have bought a whole bunch of those little coins, the Litecoin. So it's like somewhere in there. And
So
that stuff's gonna blow up as well.
if you took off for a vacation, would you be able to tap in to your crypto if you needed it?
Anywhere around the world, yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Anywhere around the world, you'll be able to. You could what I used to do, what I did was like via my card, my bank card, my Visa, Mastercard, whatever you have. Um, you're able to extract that money out of there. So like, let's say you're with a, I was with Coinbase. Coinbase. There's a lot of digital wallets. You got to get a digital wallet in order for you
usually,
to do that kind of stuff. So Coinbase is the biggest one. Coinbase, uh, Kraken. Gemini. Those guys are like the big ones. And you go ahead and buy it. Even Cash App. I think Cash App is starting to do that too, and PayPal.
That's right. I remember seeing that. Yeah,
they got like
they give you like $10 to start out if you get some crypto. The Cash App.
Yeah, but I heard that they got like some really extravagant freaking interest on it, you know. So like when you try to sell it, they want a good chunk out of it. So that's the only thing, because there's other places where you really don't have to really pay.
I just said I need the $5. You know, I said, "Oh, thanks for the idea, but just give me the $5. I can use it." You
know. Yeah, but no, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend the Lord. If you got anything to, if you got a little bit of, you know, pocket change or something, try to get yourself some Ethereum. Ethereum is gonna blow up. That thing at its highest point, it went all the way to like, I think like $6,000 each.
Wow.
Yeah. Right now it's 1,800, and so you're gonna make a lot of bank. You know, there was this one little thing, and you don't have to just get those big old ones. There's like little ones that are like fractional. They're fractional. What you call it? Tokens. There was this one guy that I follow. This one guy. His name is shout out to Dollar Cost Crypto. Shout out to Miguel and your brother and everyone that's over there with you guys. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to GG33. The Greg, the numerical guy. So he knows about numbers. Well, anyways, those guys, man. He was a guy like me, man, just a regular guy, but he was sort of like a little nerd, a little dorky kid, you know, messing around with the computers. He got into the Bitcoin when it was like $100 and something. That guy's a freaking millionaire. He's a multi-millionaire right now.
Wow.
He said that, you know, when people were getting their stimulus checks, not so long ago, I think it was like $1,500, or I don't know what people were getting. He said if you would invested that entire money into this one little coin that came out, I think it was I don't remember the name of it right now, but it was like fractional. It was like 0.00001 something. So it was like way under a penny. So he said that if you would invested your entire $1,500 into that one coin, right now you would have been a millionaire right now. Because that thing ended up going to like 10 cents or something, eh? Like 5 or 10 cents. So a lot of fools turned into freaking, they bought like 1 million something coins out of that thing or whatever, and then the thing went into like 5 or 10 cents, and these fools ended up becoming millionaires.
Man.
So
yeah,
but you could just.
I always hear that stuff, and it's like, oh man, I always miss out. You know what I mean? It's always like, you should have tried that years ago. Why didn't you do that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
and that's why right now I'm trying to get myself involved into this whole thing. I've been studying it. I've been involved with it since 2016. I've made a lot of money out of it. I can tell you that. But obviously right now I've been locked out for some time. I know I got some Ethereum. I probably got like about 6 or 7 Ethereum in there still, which is right now the Ethereum, like I said, is $1,800. Probably got like about 6 or 8 of them in there still. And the Litecoin, I'm more excited about the Litecoin though, because the Litecoin is projected also to be going somewhere around $20,000, 20 G's.
Wow.
And I got around, I don't know, so I got like about, like I said, about, I don't know, like 20, 30, 40 of them or something. I don't even remember, to be honest with you. But I had bought like 100 or something at one point.
You're going to get surprised when you finally cash in, huh?
Yeah. But I'm going to buy a whole bunch of gold and silver with that, though. You know, that's what I'm going to do. You know, I'm going to make it into hard physical. I'm gonna make it into a hard asset as well. So it's not just gonna be. I'm not just gonna be hoarding digital assets. It's gonna also be physical assets. And and that's my plan.
That's awesome.
Buy a bunch of buy a bunch of what you call it some kilograms of silver and gold and silver kilograms. Buy some of that stuff. I got my mindset, man. I got my mindset, and I got my mind already made up. And
to do it.
And I've been learning all this stuff. A lot of people think that because I've been handicapped and haven't been working and stuff like that, people think I'm just a bum laying around doing squat. This whole time, man, I've been educating myself on the Lord. I've been educating
Yeah, that's gotta be. You think you were
really
telling me about like it's a spinal. You got like a spinal injury, right?
Yeah. I had surgery in my back. A procedure in the back done, and but the stuff, the pain is still there. I gotta be messing around with freaking Mexican medicine and try to calm down the freaking pain and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what I use.
Oh, is that
tramadol. Well, it does, man. But it's just that sometimes you just gotta take too much of it, and that's what I really don't like, taking too much of it. I would rather pop a couple pills, maybe like one or two a day.
Yeah.
But this stuff sometimes you take a whole bunch of them, and that's and I think that sometimes some of this medicine has been tainted, and I think it's also been provoking my seizures. I think that it's been because it's coming from Mexico. You don't know, it's not it's not checked by the FDA or anything.
Right. Oh, damn. Yeah.
And so I blame
So
I blame a lot of that stuff on that, and it's but it's just but it works though, man. I mean, I feel like I function. I could be doing a lot of the other things that I could do.
Yeah.
The only thing that is just that it's just I've been holding myself back a lot on a lot of things too, man. I think the seizures have gotten me a little bit scared. That it's just I've always been a physical guy, like to work physically, do everything physical. That's always been me. That's always been me. I never try to rely on none of this little crazy, nerdy things, little geeky stuff that I'm doing now. But it's like it's not about working hard. It's about working smart, man. Because look at my back now. I worked my butt off for many years in the junkyard, working as a mechanic. Now I'm all busted up. What the heck is it? What the heck is it doing for me now? Now it's like, dude, we could have done this from the beginning. Your back would have still been 100%. We're gonna try to go out there and try to take over the world physically, like I tried to do. But God has a reason. God has a reason for everything, man. Because that I would have became that professional. I would have became that professional boxer that I was aspiring to be. I would have ruled the world. I would have made millions and millions of dollars because I was that good. I was that good of a professional fighter. I was really good, and I had a lot of talent. Even right now, I could still go right now into the ring right now and probably kick Jake Paul's ass. I'm not kidding, man. I'll give him a good fight. I'm sure I'll give him a good fight. Because I had that one punch knockout power. And it was not just me. It's not just me talking like some of these trolls out here. It was proven because a lot of fools I used to train with a lot of amateurs and professionals, and they all told me the same thing. And
you think of
so
ever
it's not even a joke.
Helping someone train, maybe something like that?
I thought about that. I could train people, man. I think I could do that. It's just that I don't know. I think in the same time, boxing's a really dark place. I think it's it's a lot of darkness in there. Just a lot of wickedness in there, and that's why I think God never allowed me to. He never allowed me to go any more further because he knew they would have probably found me dead somewhere over there with a bunch of hookers, man, somewhere in a cheap hotel in Las Vegas, with a bunch of money in my
Yeah.
pocket, dead. Probably dead out of a pinche cocaine overdose or something with a bunch of hookers. That's how they could have probably found me because I've been so. Imagine not have even with the little money that I've actually made, man. It's just I was still being self-destructive to myself. Imagine that. Now imagine being a freaking millionaire. What I could have done to myself. What I could have done probably even to my family. Man, it would have just like been just like not cool, man. So that is just something that I I uh, I understand now. Now I understand why God never even wanted me to go that far. And
Yeah.
I'm good with it, man. I'm good
He's
with it, man. I'm happy with it. I'm
he's
still gonna
taking.
make something out of myself.
Yeah. No, he's taking care of you.
Yeah, that's why I'm still here. Yeah,
I I
absolutely.
saw someone on another channel. They were writing in the live stream this like really long poetic thing talking about God and how God's gonna watch over this person. And finally, the person wrote back and was like, "God's not helping me. My commenters who are giving me money are the ones who are helping me." So I was like, all right, that's YouTube, man, for you. They're like,
Yeah.
God's not the one helping.
Well,
It's
yeah,
you. You guys got to put the money in there.
yeah.
Hey, if
Well, I
I
can get
if I
into all
drop
kinds of stuff.
if I drop out, it's not anything personal. I'm down to 10% on my phone, so it will conk out at one point, but had nothing to do with you. But
Yeah, no, that's good. I
hey,
understand.
Carlos is doing a live stream right now. I saw a notification come up. What's up with that? What's he doing? Is he double timing you? Well,
Yeah.
when I drop out of here,
I have no.
go over to his site, ask him what the hell's he doing.
Nah,
I don't know.
no, no, we're
Maybe,
good, man. Don't worry about it.
yeah, cool. I'm thinking maybe crypto doesn't really work that good in Mexico, or is it worldwide?
Um, I think no, you know what? If you're talking about Johnny, if you're talking about Johnny, um, I tried calling Johnny, man, and
Yeah,
his phone is
yeah.
off. His phone is it's out of service now. I think he didn't pay it or something,
Dude,
or
he's
something like that.
pulling
But
on two jobs. The last time I saw him, he was like doing two different jobs.
yeah, um,
Damn phone
maybe he
companies.
just probably maybe
Yeah, he
maybe he's
missed.
probably changing to a cheaper company. He's probably going to a cheaper company now, maybe because he was paying a lot of money on the other one.
Yeah, I got to look into that because I've been with Verizon since the 80s, and they gave me up right away during that whole swatting incident. Did you see all those pings? I was like happy though. I was like, well, damn. Because you know how you see those true crimes where the person doesn't get away with it? Because they're like, hey, you got a ping here, you got a ping there. Uh, if I had a ping in San Bruno, those cops would have been all over me, but they could look like for the whole day. I hadn't moved. Like I moved from the living room, probably the couch, over to the living room bed, you know? So they're like, all right. We watched the guy for a whole day. We saw the pings. They are not where
Yeah,
he said he was going to be. But yeah, that really got me. I was so curious about that because I know I didn't say anything threatening, but somehow it came out like I was some big threat. Which, dude, man, if you know me, that's pretty funny. But
yeah,
I was like, at least
I saw that.
at least they're taking care of me. They were like, well, that's where he is. You know? You ever have something like that happen to you?
Yeah, I remember I shared to you guys. I think I don't know if you were there, but I was sharing with you guys about getting swatted, about getting a bunch of police going swatting inside the house, man, and
Oh
think you
yeah,
were
yeah, yeah. It was there. I
selling drugs.
remember. It was like some house that was known for a certain activity, right? And then they just turned whoever was walking in the door or something.
They accused us. They were accusing us of selling drugs in that house because my brothers were over there all the time partying. My big brother had just gotten out of jail, and he had all his homies come over, and he was like the OG of the OGs, like the main boss of the bosses of the boss. And so when he got out of jail, man, it was a freaking party because he was in jail for 10 years. And so you could imagine it was like every freaking day almost, man. These fools are like partying right there. All his homies are showing up from like South Central, going all the way to East LA. People were saying that people were in and out of the house all days and nights of the morning, blasting music, and people were getting fed up, and people started talking, and so they decided to swat. They swat the freaking house, man. The
That's
funny thing
insane.
about it is they didn't just break into my house once. They broke into the house twice, back to back days. Not just the first day, not just one day. The very next day, after we were cleaning up and everything,
Yeah.
they went back looking for my other brother. You know, so they're looking for my brother Paito. The first time, my brother Paito, and then the second time they went looking for my brother Spanky. So my brother Spanky wasn't around, and so they were looking for Spanky this time, man, because he had a warrant.
But it wasn't even there. Oh,
The fool wasn't even there, you know.
Yeah.
The first time it was the LAPD, the SWAT LAPD, and the next day it was a pinche the pinche sheriffs, eh? The sheriff department that were looking for him. You know, with the brown shirts.
Yeah, that's what came to my house. Those are the most serious, dude. They're not messing around.
Hell no, they were not messing around. They grabbed me from the shirt, man, and pulled me right out. And I was just a little scrawny kid. I was the one that opened the door.
Yeah.
I was like, "Where's your brother at, man? He's not here." Man, grab me, man, fool. I still remember the guy. He had like a big old brocha, you know, big old mustache like this, covering under his lip and everything. You know how not supposed to have it under your lip, but this fool had it under his lip.
Yeah.
And then grabbed me and pulled me out from the shirt and everything, and then went right inside the house. Yeah, the first time, man, the first time was really serious. The first time it was serious because we were all in bed, you know, when they broke in. They were all with helmets, the whole gear, man, the helmets, the pinche, the shirts, and the thing saying SWAT.
Damn.
The whole thing because they said, you know, my brother was a murderer and he was like a serious criminal, or, you know, my brother Paito, and then my brother Spanky was living there too. So they were like, you know, there was two big time criminals in the house, and so they wanted to go in there with freaking. Remember them little what they call these little machine guns they used to have with 9mm.
Yeah.
The ones that come out in the movies and all that stuff. The one, and they got a big old long clip, 9mm. I forgot the name of those guns. It is a 9mm machine guns. They come all with them. With the little circle like this on the front as a sight. I still remember clearly, man. I still remember like it was yesterday. Wow. It was something. It was very traumatic. I was only like 11. I was like 11, 12 years old. You know. So yeah, it was just. I went through a lot of stuff like that. We went through a lot of stuff like that. You know, me and my sisters, my brothers. Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, don't kill you makes you stronger, man.
Could I get a pint of Smirnoff?
Yeah, red.
Red. And a pack of Marlboro 27s. Sure. Hold on, dude. I'm at 1%. Can I get it back, please?
Yeah, two.
And I was out there.
What?
No.
I was out there having like a beer the other day, and I went back there to my lowrider, my car.
No thanks. You too. Yeah, a low rider for cruising.
Yeah, it's my project, man. I'm still trying to fix it. But I went down there to go knock a few back by myself because my kids were around,
Yeah.
and I found me a pack of cigarettes back there, man. I had no idea I had it, and so I opened it up, man. Started smoking. I started smoking like a chimney. After that, I was in there, and the very next day I came outside, man. I started seeing cigarettes all over the place, like they tore them up. I'm like, what the heck happened right here?
Damn.
My son's got my little son got to it and he doesn't want me to smoke. So like he grabbed it and he tore the whole entire pack, man. Just left like around 3 of them right there. I'm like, man, what you do, man? He left
Oh
freaking
man,
cigarette butts all over the place. And he tore them up, man, because he doesn't want me to smoke.
that's
And
cool though. Come on, that's cool. My kids would just be smoking it. Be like, we smoked it because we don't want you smoking.
yeah, I was telling him tobacco is actually pretty good for you, man. It's just that you just got to be moderate about it and not try to not overdo it either. It's like anything. It's like anything. You drink a lot of water, you could even die drinking a whole gang of water.
Yeah, doing too
You know?
much or anything. That's why I always quit things the same way. Like I started not too heavy, and so quitting, I just back it off until it's like how I started, and then it's easy to quit. But quitting
Yeah.
cold turkey, a lot of stuff is like so impossible. The cops were even saying that to me this last time. They were like, "Yeah, nicotine and caffeine. That's the hardest things to break." They were all like agreeing.
Yeah. That's why I don't. That's why I don't. I don't
You
drink
don't want to
coffee at
start
all.
something new, right? That's why you're not into fentanyl.
Yeah.
All right, dude. It's at 1%. I think it's gonna conk out my phone. So,
Oh man. Yeah.
but I'll be home.
Yeah.
I'll
Well, we
be
can
home
talk
like
some other time,
in
mate.
10 minutes. I'll plug back in if you're still on. I'll hop back in there. All right.
Yeah, I'll still be here. I'll still be here. Maybe like I try to keep this under an hour. So I mean, somewhere around an hour. So
All
yeah,
right.
I'll still probably be around. So I'm
All
gonna
right.
I'm gonna rant a little bit. But
Okay.
yeah, take care, man. Well, if I'm still around, you'll see me.
All right, man. You're cool, dude. Love you, man.
Hey, you,
I'll
you
see
too,
you.
brother.
See ya.
You too, brother, man. We'll see you. All righty. Gotcha. All righty. That was Mr. Lord Creedon. Shout out to you, man. Um, I invited a few people. Um, I guess a lot of folks couldn't make it. You know what? The that hurricane is passing through down there, man. It's probably doing a number of some people, man. Johnny. I tried to get in contact with Johnny Hash Brown. Shout out to you, brother. Obviously, I have no idea what happened. I think his phone is out. So I tried calling him, but it looks like he's not. I don't think he's I don't think he's, I don't think his phone service is working anymore. Or maybe he got himself another phone. But since I don't have a phone right now, I tried to get me another phone today, but they couldn't give it to me. So now I gotta wait. So I don't know what's gonna happen to. I'm gonna be without a phone for a couple of weeks more. So yeah, Carlos too, man. Carlos is getting ready for he's over there somewhere in Mexicali, and that's where the that hurricane. When I first heard about it, when he told me that there was a hurricane, I'm like, so what's gonna happen? Fool? You're worried about a hurricane, fool? There's no hurricanes around here. He said something about Hillary. I like, and then as a joke, I said, I didn't know Hillary Clinton was running as president again, and so I was joking around, but he was really serious. And then so I checked it out and come to find out that the name of that hurricane is Hillary or cyclone, whatever you call it. I know it's not a typhoon because I think a typhoon or a cyclone, I think they rotate the other way. This one rotates clockwise, and I think the typhoons rotate counterclockwise. I think the cyclone as well. I don't know. I don't remember right now. But yeah, man, for you guys, all you guys over there in the Slab City, you know, a shout out to you, Angie. A shout out to you, Waterboy. G. What's up, G? Um, to my so-called Slab City Life. Shout out to you, Angie. You guys, man, you guys take care. All you guys over there, take care of them elderly, man, them pets. Take care of everyone over there. Wherever you guys can take care of, man, because I know that you guys over there are gonna be pushing it, and there's gonna be a lot of flash flooding, and my heart goes out to you guys, man. My prayers go out to you guys, man. You guys take it easy over there, eh? Be safe. It's gonna be a lot of flash flooding. I think a lot of lightning and whatever, maybe even tornadoes. They say, and you guys are gonna get a direct hit. Especially, they say El Centro is gonna go down to El Centro all the way to all the Imperial County and all the way to Palm Springs. Uh, the Salton Sea, I think, is gonna get replenished for sure. Uh, so much for it to get dry. They said that it was gonna dry out. I don't think so. Um, but you guys, man, you guys take care, man, over there. You guys get your resources together, man. Make sure you guys got everything nice and planted, man. Take care of them pets again, like I said, man, and everybody else. Them pets, are really important, uh, uh, livestock too, the chickens and everything else that's going to be around there. There's going to be a lot of, it's going to be deadly. Definitely going to be deadly, especially going down through the desert that's not used to having any kind of rainfall. They say that Palm Springs only gets about 3 or 4 inches a year. They're talking about this thing giving around 7 to 10 inches in 2 days. So imagine that. It's gonna be wicked, man. And they're not used to, and then we're not used to having that kind of them kind of alerts or weather patterns over here when it comes to tropical storms and stuff like that. And then all they say is gonna make it all the way here to LA. So they say, but we have the infrastructure and all that stuff. Maybe we're not probably like fortified like some other places, but we're definitely, we have modern canals and we have the modern water systems and water, the what you call it, the drainage, the sewage drainage and all that stuff. It's all modern, so we're not really worried about a lot of that stuff or a lot of flash flooding of that stuff. We don't worry about that kind of stuff over here. Then plus you got the LA River right here. LA River, everything flows down that way. We have a lot of canals over here. That will never get overflowed. Those things are just like way too. They're just not gonna get overflowed. They're just too much. Um, you'd have to stack up like about 3 or 4 or 5 747s on top of each other in order to clog it up, and then you'll probably have something like that. Like you don't have like levees and stuff like that are gonna break or you know the dams or stuff like that. You got big old dams over here. They're like they're not even they need water right now, eh? So they're gonna get replenished, and I don't think nothing's like that's gonna happen. We're not really worried. The only thing that I'm worried about, man, maybe it's just gonna be blackouts. Rolling blackouts because we're not used to having that the wind blowing this hard that they say is gonna be blowing. So it's gonna be a consistent 45 mile per hour winds. Right here in LA, we really don't get anything like that. Anything close to that, maybe 20, 25 miles per hour at the most. Not unless you're in a mountain canyons and mountains, they get like about even 100 mile per hour winds over there. That's like when like got snow storms and stuff like that, blizzards passing around, like in Big Bear and stuff like that. But other than that, you don't. Right here in LA, we don't get any of that stuff. Eh? It's like really rare. So this is like unheard of for us. But so be it, man. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You know. So anybody that's out there, man, you guys stack up. Try to get yourself together. Make sure you guys have everything um, well put together in your house. Make sure you don't have stuff that's gonna be flying around. It's gonna be knocking people out, or have stuff that's gonna be floating and then just gonna be cracking windows or whatever. It's gonna happen. Just gotta be Got to be super careful with whatever it's going to be around. So yeah, man, it's just they say God controls weather, and He's the one that allows stuff like this to happen. And I think that you know, maybe this and I believe it. This state right here, this city has been really arrogant with a lot of things, man, and a lot of things have been going on, man. This city's really. But we'll see what's going to happen. The only thing, like I said, we just got to get ready to have rolling blackouts. Might even be out for a few days, man, for all I care. We got to be ready out here in LA for anyone, you know, rolling blackouts. But right here, especially here in the city, in the metropolitan area, these fools are not used to rolling blackouts. They're not used to, having their infrastructure broken like that for a few days, especially from hurricanes and from tropical storms. Because they said the last one that came through here was in 1939. 1939 was a long time ago, and that was the last time they ever had a, 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 a tropical storm or anything like that come close to us like this. See, the reason that we don't get anything like that, we don't get any hurricanes and stuff like that, and down on this way is because of the colder waters that we have over here in the Pacific Ocean, and then we have the jet stream that comes from over there from the northern part, from Alaska and stuff like that, and so the waters are cooler, and those hurricanes they feed off of the the warm waters. But since right now we're like in a El Nino um a year, El Nino year, now they got another one they call La Nina. But anyways, this one's El Nino. Okay, so they got more warmer waters like from outside from South America, from the Peruvian area. Uh, you got this big old stream of warm water that's right there in the middle of obviously the middle of the of Earth. But now they're saying that since the Earth has been tilting and has been wobbling and stuff like that, and the people because of the global warming, and climate change, now everything's getting blasted and everything's getting we're having these patterns, and so like now, so I wouldn't even be surprised if even the government's even involved with this, trying to even steer this thing towards us or something, man, so they can finally get this environmental tax to all of us, to the wealthy, obviously of the people, because people don't understand, man, that Americans for the last 10 years we've been getting poorer while the Russians have been getting richer. They're saying that last year was the first time that that the Russians have made more millionaires than the United States did for the first time ever. And you got the news talking about how the ruble is suffering, how the Russian economy is going down, how it sucks and stuff like that. When you're having all these fools turning into millionaires, while us Americans are actually getting poorer and poorer. And anybody could attest to that, man. Look at these fools are working. You make $50,000 a year. Back in the days, you're making $50,000 a year. You're doing pretty well. Now $50,000 is just chump change, man. You barely even pay. You'd be lucky only to pay about 5, 6 months out of that, you know, with that, with your family. You can't sustain. It's just unsustainable, man. And what does the government do? They want to get you in there so that you can get into their programs, so they can get you into their programs, into their slushy funds, so they can keep siphoning money out of the people that, because the real rich people, man, they don't pay any taxes, man. They don't. They use it into something else. They're too smart for that. The people that pay the taxes are the ones that are going to work every day. The ones that are trying to make it. Those guys are the ones that are paying a serious amount of tax, Not the people that got employees. You got employees, you get a subsidy, man. You got property and stuff like that, you get some kind of subsidy as well. You got stuff like that, and not gonna pay for it. Hey, whoever's watching us, man, shout out to you, brother, or ladies and gentlemen, I should say. Shout out to you. So the original the original idea of this podcast, man, I know we're just getting started. It was with me and Johnny Hash Brown. Um, it was to get people in here because there's a lot of people out here that got a story to tell, just like me and him do, and everybody else has a story. Problem is that we ain't got nobody to tell it to sometimes, and so the idea was to try to get people in here and for them to share their story if they, get it out there. Um, I had a lot of people lined up. I just ran into a lot of issues with these fools, man. They stole my freaking van. Man, kicking it with these fools, man, has just been really counterproductive, man. I was trying to kick it with these fools to try to soften them up so they could. And then plus they knew my nephew. Come to find out, some fools like and some of who hate my nephew. But now I know why that fool stole a pistol from me too. While we were kicking it the other day. So I started drinking with these fools and everything. These fools started taking advantage of me. They've taken my van twice. This time they haven't brought it back. They stole they took some jewelry from me. They took my pistols again, a couple pistols of mine. And now I'm really mad, I'm really upset. Now I'm gonna have to go show them what Chicano Steve is, I'm gonna go and show them the Chicano U-turn. I really don't want to show them that part, man, but I can't sleep, knowing that these fools took advantage of me like that. They saw me black out the other day and they took my stuff. And that's what that is. And I ain't got nobody to blame, man. I got it only me. Me. I'm the idiot for being out there exposing myself for that. Man, I ain't got nobody else to blame, but I blame myself. I put myself in that position. I got to own up to it. And that's just the bottom line. I got to own up to it. I the one that did it. I was the one that nobody put a freaking strap in my head, Nobody put a double barrel shotgun in the back of my head, man, and told me to do this, I try to be generous to these people, man. I would give these fools money. I would buy these fools drinks, buy these fools, whatever they were doing, they'll tell them go do something for me, man. They'll, I'll give them money for it, go to the store for me. I'll give you, I'll give you some money for whatever you're doing. Stuff like that. I was too generous to these fools, man. All they did was just give me a hand. He gave me a hand, they'll grab your foot. And you know what? I already knew stuff like that. I know fools are like that. I thought I was gonna be more cautious, but I think I let myself go too much. I was being too generous to these. These will be too dang nice too. And instead of slapping and knocking these fools out, man, it's just I didn't want to go back to my old ways, man. But now they're just squeezing it out of me now, and now in order for me to get my stuff back, man, I'm gonna have to go over there and just I gotta put my foot down now. I'm gonna go over there and punch somebody in the gut and get my stuff back. There was this one fool, fat boy. I saw him the other day, man. I was walking with my son. Allegedly, he was the one that took my van, which he did. But then he said, and then my some of my other stuff too. And he blamed it when I saw him. It's like, yeah, fool, I'm coming around here, man, to clear my name. That's why I'm over here, because he was walking towards where I was, on the railroad tracks, going to the railroad tracks where I was kicking it. I was with my son. I was like, fool, you're lucky I'm right here with my son, fool. Then I will roll your ass up, man, and smoke you like a blunt. But I didn't do either. We talked about it. I was being, we were trying to get a dialogue going, But this was kind of nutty, man. Fat boy's kind of nutty. It's not all there. And so he blamed it on Willow. I was saying that Willow did it. They were saying that both of them were the ones, So now they're telling me that Willow's in charge. So that we'll talk about it later. It's my son. So they're saying that Willow did it, but I really don't believe it. And so everybody I talked to, they were like, nah, Willow wouldn't do something like that, man. And I was right there kicking him with Willow the whole time while the other little fool was gone. So I don't know, but I told him. And so next time I see Fat Boy, he's gonna have to either squeeze it out of his butt or something. He's gonna have to bring me that stuff back. I'm gonna give that for 30 days. So I got my slider right there, dude. I'm taking my slider with me. If I gotta bust a couple caps on these fools, man, to show who's boss, I'm gonna have to do it. And that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Just like that other fool too took my other pistol. I loaned it to him. He hasn't brought it back. You might be an OG, homie, but you're not gonna be messing with Chicano Steve no more, eh? I'm gonna show you. You know, I'm gonna take that slide. I'm gonna tell him too, dude. You can't bring me my slider back, then you owe me $500. Simple as that. And you got 30 days to pay me. Him too. So just like the other fool, he needs to find out who he gave the stuff to, who has it, or who he gave it to, or who he sold it to, or whatever they did with it. Who has it? They need to go back and go get it for them. And if they got an issue with it, they got to come talk to me, you know, and then we'll talk about it, and we'll see what we'll come up with, you know, or else he's gonna owe me some money too, bad boy. So we're gonna see. Um, so that's where we're at with that, eh? You know, I really don't want to get into none of that stuff, eh, with these guys, but unfortunately, I'm getting pushed to it. You know, I'm broke as a joke, also because of these fools. It's like it's not cool, man. You know, it's not cool being broke, especially when you ain't got a job. My truck just freaking broke down too, man. My wheel fell out. My I got to change the whole wheel hub. I have to change the whole thing, so I got to replace that. And I don't have the you know I don't have the means to do it right now like that, eh? You know, I got my credit card right there and all that stuff, dude. But that's only emergencies. I'm not gonna be doing it for that. And so, yeah, I gave up a lot of other stuff that I had, you know. But I mean, I got some stuff I could probably sell and I could do stuff like that. But it's just at the moment, it's not that bad like that, you know. Where I'm like, I gave this fool this van, dude, um, Futurama or Valderrama, whatever they call that fool. I had given it to him, but but I need the money, and I told him you're gonna give me this much money for it. Um, and he said, yeah, dude. He said, "But I don't know when I'm gonna give it to you, but he said, yeah, you're gonna have to give me some kind of. So tomorrow I'm gonna go. You gotta give me some kind of down payment, dude, or else I gotta sell this thing like right away. Cause I need to sell it like right now. I need the money. And so that's what's gonna happen tomorrow. I got this phone call ready, so I can junk that van, so I could junk it, and I'm gonna get some money cash. So it's either he gives me some kind of money tomorrow, or guarantees it to me by the end of the week. If not, he's gonna have to step out. And I don't mean to put him back in the street because that fool lives in the street. I don't mean to put him out in the street, but push comes to shove, I told him I need the money right now. I need it. I need it. I need to fix my truck, man. And I need to fix my lowrider too over there. I need to fix that car because I got two cars, man. I got a truck and I got my lowrider back there. Nothing wrong with that one, man. The only thing that is wrong with it is that I gotta bleed the system, but that's a two-man job. My dad was supposed to help me with that, but he died, passed away. So my father-in-law helped me because that was the same thing that was wrong with this truck. He helped me. He helped me with it, but we still didn't bleed it right because obviously he didn't know how to do it. And so um, now I need to get. I'm gonna probably hire somebody to help me do it, or just hire a guy just to do it overall and guarantee me the job. Which is my neighbor right here. I tried to get him. That fool, he flaked out on me the other day, so I really didn't like him. But I think we're in good terms again because I spoke to him the other day. We were laughing together, so maybe he can do it this time. Not flake out this time and get them both of them fixed, And so, yeah, that's could be driving them, It's not an issue. And I got a lot of stuff there in the back too. I got to sell. I got a Mustang engine too, 1965, between 1965 and 69, a straight in line 6-cylinder Mustang engine that I'm gonna go end up selling. And those things are worth some money, so we're gonna try to get those. I'm gonna try to sell that, and I got a dolly back there that I was gonna use for working, but I'm gonna end up selling that too. You know, that's that's a couple $100 there. And then I got a scooter back there, a little motorcycle too. sell that too. I don't use it. So yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. But well, anyways, guys, man, thank you for stopping by, man. Who showed up in the future, thanks in advance for everyone, man, that showed up and is gonna get to watch this. God bless you guys. Thank you for everything, man. Puro Chicano U-turn. Thank you, Lord Creedon, for being around with us, man. Thank you for showing up. You know, now you found yourself a friend, got a new friend. So we're buddies, we're friends, and hope to see you one day over here in LA. And so hopefully they figure that clutch thing out with for you, man, for that car, and we can talk again, man. And then we'll see what happens. So we can chill out, have a beer or something, you know. But yeah, you guys take care, man. God bless you guys, man. See you guys in the next one. I should be coming back on Sunday. Sunday, tune in again, everybody. Shout out to everyone out there again. Um, you guys take care, man. Thank you, Goat Slinger, for showing up, and thank you for the compliment. So yeah, we'll talk to you guys next time. All right. God bless you guys and Godspeed. Puro Chicano U-turn.